Welcome. If you need some support, check out my free IFS guided meditations at faithfullygrowing.com. Additionally, if you're finding this podcast helpful, consider making a tax-deductible gift to help keep IFS accessible to all. And you can do that at faithfullygrowing.com/donate. Welcome back to IFS Meditations and Insights. I'm Tim Fortescue, your guide on this journey, here to help foster spiritual wholeness and healing through an internal family systems lens. In this caring space, we aim to dive into self-discovery and inner knowledge. I truly believe that when we accept all parts of ourselves, we're able to experience deep love and live more fully. I'm thankful to be part of your path to inner peace and sacred connection. So settle in, open up your heart and mind, and let's begin another episode. This meditation is focused on exploring and understanding the protective parts within us. Let's begin by finding a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. A place where you can relax and be fully present. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this breathing pattern a few times, allowing yourself to relax with each breath. As you continue to breathe deeply, gently close your eyes or let your gaze rest softly in front of you. Bring your attention inward. Today, our intention is to explore the parts of ourselves that act as protectors, understanding their roles a little more, and appreciating their efforts. Just hold a space of curiosity and compassion, inviting these parts to reveal themselves and share their stories if they'd like to. As you settle in, it may be helpful to imagine yourself stepping into a peaceful, safe space within your mind. This could be a quiet forest, a serene beach, or any place where you feel calm and secure. In this safe space, invite the parts who are working so hard to protect you to come forward. Let them know they're welcome here and you're interested in understanding their roles in your life. Remind them, though, that there's no pressure to push them to do anything. Take a moment to notice which parts of you are stepping forward. These might be the parts that react strongly to perceived threats or discomfort. They could be the critic, the part that critiques your actions to prevent failure or judgment, the perfectionist, that part that pushes for flawlessness to avoid mistakes. And the avoider, a part that urges you to avoid risky or uncomfortable situations. Maybe the caretaker, a part that puts others' needs before your own to maintain harmony. Just see which parts you're noticing. As they come forward, acknowledge their presence. Thank each one for being here and for the role it plays in your life. Now choose one protective part that feels more prominent today. Focus your attention on this part and see what it wants to share. And as it shares, just kind of check in and see where you notice this part in or around your body. And as you focus on where you're noticing this part and what it may be saying to you, check in and see how you're feeling toward it. If it's something other than calmness, curiosity, seeking peace. If it's something else and some sort of resistance, it's more than likely another part. See if that part could soften back. And remind all your parts they can have some time for one-on-one attention too. But we tend to learn more when we can spend quality time with one part or group of parts at a time. And we're spending time with this part that seems most prominent today. And thank them for being able to soften back. Then turn your attention back toward the part that you originally chose. See if you could send it just a drop of curiosity or compassion. And then, if you can, begin a gentle dialogue. Ask this protector that's most prominent today what its role is in your life. What's it trying to protect you from? And respond if it's appropriate, and know that I encourage you to pause this recording as often as you need to, if you need more time. And ask this part how it feels when it's activated. What situations or triggers bring it forward? And if it makes sense to you what this part is sharing, let it know. If it doesn't, ask it your questions. And remind it that we just want to get to know it better. And we want it to get to know us better, but we're not separating to try to get rid of the part. It's just to get a different perspective. And when we're not so blended, we can get a different perspective. What are its fears or concerns? What would happen if it didn't step in? And if it answers that question of what would happen if it didn't step in, it could be an indicator of the younger, often more vulnerable part that it's trying to protect, like the part that may feel like a burden on someone or maybe carrying a lot of shame. Let this protector know that you get that. And we're not going to probe and go anywhere deeper today, but if it can trust you a little more, it may not have to work so hard. And we're not trying to put it out of a job, but there may be a better way, a different job that it wants to do because we need it. Then just see if there's anything else that you want to share, the part may want to share with you. Thank this part for its hard work and dedication, and for the courage to come forward today. Acknowledge its good intentions and the effort it puts into keeping you safe. Now that you have an understanding of this part's protective roles and intentions, maybe a little better, may be helpful to explore some strategies together that might offer the same safety and comfort without the intensity. And so see if you could ask the part just a few more questions. Then, if you get the okay, ask it if there are ways it can achieve its goals with less stress or conflict. Then see how that lands for you, and if it feels right, let it know that you can imagine together providing this part with new tools or approaches that align with more peace and ease. And visualize a scenario where this part feels supported and empowered to adapt its strategies. Maybe instead of feeling like a burden, it's got good things to share. And it's got a team here. It's not alone. But it's not a burden. It may have a uniqueness that the world needs, that you can help it shine because it makes you the adult that you are today. And reassure this part that you're grateful for its efforts and that you'll work together to find balance and harmony. And as we begin to wrap up, take a few deep breaths, bringing your awareness back to the present moment. Feel the presence of the room where you are. When it feels right, before we come back, thank all the other parts that are working hard to protect you, for being willing to soften back and witness. It takes a lot of courage. Remind them that they're not alone and that they can have a voice in the future too. And when it feels right, you can bring your attention back to the present moment. You can open your eyes if they were closed, and you can continue about life. And as you move forward, keep in mind the insights you've gained about your protective parts today, and embrace the opportunity to continue exploring and nurturing these relationships, bringing greater balance and harmony into your life. Thank you so much for taking this time for yourself, and remember, your journey is unique and every step you take is valuable. Take care. That wraps up another episode of IFS Meditations and Insights. If you found it useful, please share and leave a positive review to help others find the podcast. For more content, visit blog.faithfullygrowing.com for a free categorized list of meditations and insights and podcast episodes. As always, your thoughts on the podcast are welcome. Send me an email with thoughts or questions to tim@faithfullygrowing.com. Thank you again for being part of this community. Remember to be compassionate to yourself and others, and I look forward to our next session. And until then, take care, stay curious, and embrace all parts of your journey.